Dear students, today I am going to deliver a lecture on inventory control. This is one of the most important topic for your final exam. So let's start the topic inventory control. Inventory control is a systematic control over the purchasing, storing and using of material so as to have the minimum possible cost of material. It is a system which ensures right quality of material is available in right quantity at a right time and right place with the common amount of investment. The management is to see that quantity of material or quality of material is neither too low nor too high. If it is low, it will affect the production, or if it is high, it will block our funds unnecessarily. Next is objectives of inventory control. Here our first objective is to ensure continuous supply. Continuous supply of all type of material is required so that production should not suffer at any time and customer demands should be met on time. Second is to ensure proper investment. Proper investment means there should not be overstocking and understocking. If there is overstocking, it leads to blockage of funds, and if there is understocking, it leads to stoppage of production, and both the situations are not ideal from the business point of view. Third one is to eliminate duplication, and if we want to eliminate duplication, centralized purchasing system should be adapted by the companies in placing orders. Next is to minimize the losses. Inventory control helps in minimizing losses and wastage by handling the stock through scientific techniques. Fifth one is to facilitate the planning process. Inventory control facilitates in furnishing of data for short-term and long-term planning and control of inventory. Sixth one is optimum use of men, machines and material. Inventory control helps in optimum use of men, machines and material. The resources can remain engaged during slack period of demand, and there will be no need of generating additional resources in boom period, as the investment kept in stores can be utilized. Next topic is techniques of inventory control. These techniques are very important for your final exams, and first technique is ABC analysis. Here material is divided into three categories: A, B, C. A category, this category composed of the items which are very expensive and used in large quantities. Such items should be purchased and received every month. Remember, it consists of the items which are highly priced, which are very expensive and which are used in large quantity. So it should be purchased every month. B category consists of the items which are of moderate quantity, whose requirement is moderate and whose price is medium, and company can purchase such items every 1 to 6 months. And C category comprises of the items which are large in number and used in small quantity, and so this consists of inexpensive items and low price items. Company can purchase such items every 6 to 12 months. Second one is VAID analysis. V stands for vital items. Vital items are stocked in adequate number to ensure smooth operation of plant. Without such items, production process would be standstill. So it is important here to note that vital inventory, as it is clear from the name, the vital means important. If these things are not available, production would be standstill. Second is essential items. Essential items are those whose stock out would adversely affect the efficiency of the production system. So these items affect the efficiency of our production system, and their non-availability might cause temporary losses in the production process. Third is desirable inventory. So these items do not have immediate effect on the production. However, their availability reduces tiredness and enhances our efficiency. Third one is aging analysis. So this technique is very helpful to interpret those stock which are either slow moving or outdated to avoid the capital locked up in such items. So here we have, first one is dormant stock. Dormant stock, the item whose consumption is almost nil and are rarely issued from the stores. So these items are issued only in case of emergency. Second one is slow moving items. These items are not used very frequently, means these are not in demand and it is required very less. Its requirement is very less. Third one is obsolete stock. It consists of the items which are no more in use. These are outdated items. Reason can be change in technology, change in method of production, or change in fashion or preferences, etc. Next is EOQ. EOQ is economic order quantity. Economic order quantity is, what do you mean by economic order quantity? It means quantity of material to be ordered at one time. The quantity is fixed in such a manner so as to minimize the cost of carrying and ordering the stock. So we have one formula, EOQ is equal to 2CO divided by I. Root 2C into O divided by I. Here C stands for consumption, or you can say demand, O stands for ordering cost, and I stands for carrying cost. So it is important to know what is ordering cost. Ordering cost is associated with purchasing or ordering of material. It includes cost of stationery, or you can say cost of typing, cost of staff posted for ordering of goods, or telephone charges. And carrying cost is, it is the cost of holding inventory. It includes insurance cost, transportation cost, clerical cost, or cost of capital invested in the stock. And next is FNSD analysis. FNSD analysis, here the material is divided into 4 categories. First category is fast moving items. Fast moving items means the items which are consumed within a short period of time, which are consumed very quickly. And N means normal moving items which are consumed within a year. S stands for slow moving items which will take 2 to 3 years to exhaust the complete stock. And D stands for dead items which are no more in use, whose demand is nil. Next is HML classification. Here our material is divided into 3 categories: high value items, medium value items, and low value items. So high value items, we can take the example of gold, as it is high priced item. L stands for low value items. Here we can take the example of salt and gold, which are low priced items. Next is SOS classification. This classification is based on the nature of supplier and the period of their availability. This is useful for deciding the time of purchase of procurement, so that cost of material and holding cost may be balanced. Here material is divided into 2 categories. S stands for seasonal items, and in season these items are in high demand. And OS stands for off seasonal items, and off seasonal items means whose demand is almost nil. Thanks. Happy learning. Keep asking.